The experiment we'll be doing is experiment number 13 in your manual, which is characteristics of Zener diode. You have been given a Zener diode, as you can see here, is in the diode at one end you can see a black ring. That black ring indicates this side is N region and this left side is P region. Right side, ring side is N region. And then connections, lead connections for them. Zener is a special diode. If I connect it in the reverse bias mode, that means if its N region goes to positive of battery and its P region goes to negative of battery, P region goes to negative and the N region goes to positive, then the voltage after Zener, for example, if this battery is of 20 volt and if this Zener has a breakdown voltage of 3.6 volt, then this, because of Zener, the voltage here will remain 3.6 volt. Even if battery is of 30 volt, then too the voltage here will remain 3.6 volt. If voltage here is of 10 volt, then too the voltage here will remain 3.6 volt. That means this Zener will stabilize voltage, will make voltage constant at a given value. So in villages where many times the voltage line fluctuates, there we generally use stabilizer, and that stabilizer will stabilize the voltage at a particular value even if the voltage here fluctuates. And this is what we'll be studying here today. In the experiment, we'll be seeing about the characteristics of Zener diode. So as in the diagram, you have a battery, you have a resistance box, you have milliammeter, you have Zener diode, you have a voltmeter. You can see the apparatus here. This battery, this resistance box, we have a Zener diode, we have a milliammeter, we have this voltmeter, and this Zener we have. So I have arranged them the same way as in diagram, in the same order I have arranged them. The connections, as you can see in diagram. First we will begin with the positive battery. So positive battery goes to one end of resistance box. So we'll take any colored wire, will not make difference. Positive means red terminal here. So positive of battery goes to one end of resistance box. So one terminal of resistance box. And then you can see here the other end of resistance box goes to two places. One wire from here will go to positive of milliammeter. Another wire from here will go to positive of voltmeter. So what we'll do is, we'll connect here two wires to other end of resistance box. So two wires, first you join them together, then you connect to the other end of resistance box, and from these wires, one wire goes to positive of milliammeter. So one wire goes to positive of milliammeter, and the other wire goes to, as in diagram, goes to positive of voltmeter. So other wire goes to positive of voltmeter, and then the negative of milliammeter goes to N region of this diode. So negative of milliammeter negative means the black one. The negative of milliammeter goes to N region. N region means this where we have this black ring, this side. So this is also called as negative, or actually it is N region. So the negative of milliammeter goes to N region of this Zener diode. And then in diagram if you see, what is remaining? The negative of voltmeter, the P region of diode, and the negative of this battery, they are joined together. Okay, so we'll join them together. So negative of battery, wire from negative of battery, and wire from the P region of diode, and the wire from the negative of voltmeter, we will join them together. Simply we'll join them together. It's a common connection between them. This way our connection part is over. So now we begin with the experiment. First of all, you should know the value of least count of milliammeter and voltmeter. For milliammeter, you can see the markings there, 0 and next is 20. And between 0 and 20, there are 10 divisions. So value of one division here will be 2 milliampere. Will be the least count of this meter. For voltmeter, markings are 0 and 1. Between 0 and 1, there are 10 divisions. So value of one division here will be 0.1 volt. Is the least count of this meter. And then when we start with the experiment, as you can see in the observation table, we have to record only current through Zener and output voltage across Zener. Means current through this IZ and VZ. We don't want to record, as mentioned over here, input voltage VI. This voltage we don't need to record. What we'll be doing is that through this resistance, as we change this resistance, the voltage applied by this source VI will change. But we don't need to record that. So we will change this R values. So voltage applied by this battery here will change. And then because of that, this IZ and VZ, that may change and that we will record it. So now, first of all, you remove very high resistance. That means you take out actually all the keys here. Take out all the keys. Whatever keys you take out, those values will get applied here. Except infinity key. You take out all the keys. Only this infinity, as mentioned over here, this infinity key you keep it on here. All the keys you must remove. That means this 1 ohm, this 2 ohm, 2 ohm, and these will get added. 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 5 plus 10 plus 20 plus 20, 50, 100 plus 200 plus 200 plus 500 plus 1000 plus 2000 plus 2000 plus 5000 plus 10,000. All these values will get applied. Total is 21,110 ohms. This is getting applied here. For such a high resistance here, this voltage here will be less. So we first switch on this battery. We have this high resistance, and then now you check the value of Zener voltage and Zener current IZ. So as we can see, the voltage here is 0.9 volt, but current is 0. So we will record here that output voltage is 0.9 volt, but current is 0. Then now you reduce value of resistance. First you close this high value 10,000. Close this. We reduce resistance by 10,000, and because of that the voltage which is applied over to Zener has changed. Then you record the Zener voltage and Zener current. Zener voltage now can be seen 1.5 and current is 0. So Zener voltage is 1.5 but current is still 0. and then we close next resistance, next high resistance, 5000 we close. The value has reduced. Again note the values. Voltage is 2 volt, current is still 0. 2 volt, but current is still 0. See this column input voltage we don't have to record. Now close next value, 2000, value will reduce by 2000. Voltage now is 2.2, current is still 0. It is 2.2, but current is still 0. Now close next value. Then voltage is 2.5, current is still 0. 2.5, but current is still 0. Then you close the next resistance, next high value, and then the values, voltage now is 2.7 and current is pointers between 0 and first division, but near first division. So value of the first division is 2 milliampere. We'll take that. It is near that first division, so we'll take it 2 milliampere. So voltage was 2.7, but current is now has begun to increase, and the current is 2 milliampere. Then close the next high resistance, which is 500. We closed, and then the voltage is pointer is near 3. We'll take it 3, and current is 2 milliampere. So voltage is 3, but current is still 2 milliampere. Now close next resistance, next higher resistance, and then you can see voltage is near 3.1, so we'll take it 3.1. Current is near 4, so we'll take it 4. 3.1 voltage, but current is 4. Now you close the next higher resistance, and you can see voltage is now 3.3 and the current is at the third division, means 3 into 2, 6 milliampere. So voltage is 3.3 but current is 6 milliampere. You will close next resistance, next high resistance, and note the voltage. Voltage is 3.5 and current is near 6th division, that means 12 milliampere. 3.5 and 12 milliampere. So this way we have taken 10 readings. So our experimental part is over here.